What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. So we are back with our weekly thoughts. This is a follow-up on the Brighton reaction, which I did with Sam on Saturday evening. So if you haven't seen that, do go check it out. It's a bit of a live show where Sam very much was just telling all the Villa fans to calm the fuck down. Which is very much, I think, what the theme of some of this is going to be. I mean, Gary obviously has his thoughts. I have my thoughts as well, and we will go over that. As always, guys, if you haven't been here before, we do have a competition going with Acorns. If you can either scan this little QR code below here, or there's a link in the description to win that lovely signed Aston Villa ball behind Gary. It's from last season's squad, so it does include Jacob Ramsey and also other players that have left, I suppose. Is Evan Gassond on there? Or is it too early for that?
No, it's too early for that.
Okay, fine. Marlon?
Marlon's on there.
Yeah, there you go. So it's a bit of a collectible now. It's an heirloom.
Yeah.
And then there's also signed merchandise from Brian Little and Peter With as well. And as always, if you are new here, please do subscribe, like. We appreciate all the support. Thank you, everyone. I think your hypes will have refreshed today as well. So if you do fancy giving us a hype, if you do like us and you like this content, then please do. But we are so happy for everyone's support. Thank you very much. Right. Bournemouth. A draw, by the way. If you didn't know the result and you saw the backlash and everything on social media, you'd think we got battered 3 or 4-0. Apparently the season's over. We're going to finish in like 8th. I can't help but laugh because it is mental. We have become... I was saying to Sam, I feel like we've just become so entitled as a fan base, especially with that 11-game winning run, 12, 14-game unbeaten run, whatever it was. And okay, yeah, stuff's got difficult, but we've just lost probably our 3, other than Rodgers, our 3 most influential midfielders. Like we're pretty much in the same position, who can all play the same position. Kamara, McGinn, Tielemans. To lose all them 3, if you lost to your 3 starting 11 players in the same position in any team in the Premier League, you're going to struggle.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't understand. So I can't understand that. But you wanted to talk a little bit about, obviously, Onana and Dougie. It was the first time they played together. What did you think?
I think that there's a couple of things for me about the whole game, really. First of all, I want to say, for the meltdown crew, right, have your meltdown by all accounts. I understand that when you were, particularly in the aftermath of the game, right, most football fans wear their hearts on their sleeves and you see it and you're frustrated. And that second half performance wasn't good enough, right? It wasn't good enough. It was pretty poor, right? But I have my fair share of meltdowns, right? It's fair to say, right?
No shit. That's the understatement of the year.
Right. But I'd like to think that with reflective, time to kind of look at stuff, I do try and be objective when I've calmed down. But that's the beauty of being football. So let it happen. But we're on Monday now, and I'm still reading. That's it. It's all over. Like we've fucked it. Like we should. How have we not gone to Bournemouth and won? And Bournemouth at home have been very good. They've scored the most goals in the Premier League at home. I think they've also conceded the most. Right, but they are a threat. And actually, I think I said before the game, I predicted a 1-0. I did say scrappy 1-0 for us, but I would have taken a point. I think a point, the games that are coming up, was a good result. Now, obviously, now we get into it, and ultimately, the first half, I thought was okay. Like, we did enough. Like, Sancho looked lively, Rodgers looked lively, Watkins and Buendia were a nuisance. And we went in at half-time 1-0 up. Now, obviously, Bournemouth were going to come out and give it a go. They're at home, and they did, and we just didn't cope with the intensity. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. I think, like you said there, the Dougie and Onana situation. I don't think they were the major problem, by the way, but that is the first time they've played in that role together. And you've got, I don't care what you say, you've got to take a little bit of time. It's one thing in training, but when you're doing it in a game, to understand who's where. And there was a couple of times where they weren't quite together, and we got a little bit overrun. You could even say for the second goal, really, midfield were nowhere. But I'm not excusing Luca Dean. That decision to start with Luca Dean. I'm really.
Can we just talk about that? What on earth was he doing? Like, we talk about Evan Gassond.
No, let's not talk about it. Right, this is Luca Dean. Right, he's showed him. Right, he's go down the line. Go this way. go this way, right? And he goes this way, and he goes.
Honestly, yeah, it was like a really bad game of FIFA. You know, when they have like
Mate,
a
it was
weird
worse than that.
where they just
That was like
out.
one of the first under-7 games I ever saw, where you've got 14 little kids that have never played football before, right? And just going, oh, it was almost like he applauded him as he went, oh, you're doing ever so well. Keep going.
Yeah,
That was
I don't understand what
finish.
happened. I mean, Sam was talking about Sam was saying obviously that there was also Mings. Obviously, the fact that Mings did, but I was like, yeah, but I don't think Mings for a second thought that Digne was just gonna let him wander.
Look,
like if Mings has to cover Digne every single time just in case he makes a fuck up, like that doesn't make sense.
But that's what it seems to happen. If you look at it, when Pau Torres doesn't play, he plays Digne. So whoever plays, whether it be Lindelof or Mings in that role, he plays Digne. And then when Pau Torres plays, he plays Matson, right?
Covers, right, and the pace.
But against a young lad like that yesterday, and when we had on our Bournemouth preview, they, Molly highlighted that he was the main danger man, and to put him up against a 32-year-old man who's lost a yard of pace, that was just proven. It's unacceptable for him, because he doesn't need, even if he chose to make a challenge, would have been better. But the way he just watches him come inside, he's like, oh, you've gone inside, I wanted you to go outside, so I can't go that way. What, mate? It's embarrassing.
Honestly, it was baffling. I didn't understand what happened. I thought, I don't know, the whistle had gone, or there's an offside or something.
Mate,
I was like,
it doesn't look like a real goal. I think even Martinez is like, what the fuck's just happened there? Like,
well, that's why Martinez gets beat to his near post, right? Because he's literally like, what? Where's this go? How have you allowed him to even get here?
Look, it's another one of those moments that we've conceded that could cost us. Like, in terms of, like, these are the things we've got to eradicate. And it's, again, like, it feels like you're being hypocritical because we didn't lose the game. It's a point away from home, right?
We said I'd take a point.
Yeah, we'd take a point. So if that had been to lose the game, that would have been, it would be unforgivable, right? But we haven't lost. It's a point. We're still very much in it. It's like the next 3 games are huge, which we'll get onto in a minute. But yeah, I think it's harsh to criticise Mings for that, because I thought Mings on a whole was decent. He won everything in the air. I think we looked more solid with him and Konza at the back, if I'm honest, against pace. I think my only criticism of Emery is that he should have started with Matson. I think if he started with Matson, that goal doesn't happen. I think Matson gets back and makes a challenge. Do you know what I mean? And it makes it very difficult. So disappointing the goal. But I think what was more disappointing in the second half is it showed how much we missed those crucial 3, mate. I think we just looked tired in the middle. And that's no disrespect to Onana and Dougie. I think they were okay, but they were just kind of, it was their first time and it didn't click as well as, it has done with Kamara playing there or Tillemans being there. And so, but I can't help but come back to the attacking options up front that need to give us something, right? Now, second half in particular, Leon Bailey comes on for Sancho, and you go, okay, we wanted for. I thought Sancho had a good game to that point. You bring Bailey on.
I'm assuming he wants him. I'm assuming he wants Sancho fresh and fit for Wednesday. That's the thing I'm thinking.
No, that's what I think. But Bailey, I was hoping he'd come back with fire in his belly and a rocket up his arse, and he was just the same old. He just give the ball away at every opportunity, and then he's moaning at the referee that he's not getting free kicks. And I'm like, mate, that's just not good enough. It's just simply not good enough. And we've got to, we're putting faith in these players because we've had to. So Tammy, Dougie, and Bailey all have to get up to speed and get with the programme. If we are going to carry on and finish in the top 4, right, which is still possible, and win the Europa League, they've got to hit some levels. That was not acceptable from Bailey. And then the other one, I come back to Watkins, mate. I know people come at me, but I'm just finding it indefensible at the moment. I love him. He's a great guy. He's worked a lot, but he did fuck all game. All game. He put the ball in the back of the net from an offside position where he probably should have stayed onside as well. So that irritated me because that could have been 2-0 at half-time and game over. And then second half, he looks so void of ideas. There's a couple of times where he's running at the defence, and because there's 3 or 4 players, just got no clue what to do.
Yeah.
Just he runs into the corner, loses the ball, doesn't try and recycle it, he hasn't got the pace to run past players anymore. And like, it's not all Ollie's fault. I'm not saying that. And I'm sure Sam from True Adventures will come. Stop having a mad go at Ollie. Like, he's done all this, and I get all the plus points. But,
no, he said he. I don't know if you watched our post match, but he actually said he had a terrible game. He had a rubbish game, and like we said, players are allowed that, yes, but I think, and I said to him, but I feel like Ollie over the past calendar year he's lost that edge of all those good attributes he had. That little kind of burst of strength, that little potential bit of pace to beat a player, that ability to hold the ball up and bring others into play. He's still doing it, but not as good as he was before. He's kind of doing it as an all right striker. Like I said before, he was a very good striker. Yeah, he's now all right.
I think he's hit a ceiling, mate, and I'll stand by that. I'll die on that hill. Yeah. And what frustrated me on Saturday was not Ollie, Unai Emery. Like, I guess he wants to stick with it, but to bring him off on 85 minutes and give Tammy only 5 when we, ultimately want to try and win the game. Like, I mean, maybe he's thinking about Wednesday and thinking Tammy will start. Maybe so.
I do think he's thinking that. If he doesn't start Wednesday, then I'm really confused.
Yeah, but even then, mate, give him 20 minutes, 5 minutes at the end. What the fuck's he going to do? Like, it's pointless. It's a pointless substitution, and I just, I ended up feeling frustrated because of the like this season. What's been different is that after defeats, we've reacted really well to games, right? And so first half was all right, but second half we just looked like we were fucked, and that got the goal looked like it's too easy. It's kind of and my only concern about going forward is, have we got the minerals in those players to go again, to step up? But because it will be now down to these next 3 games, right? Because if we can get 9 points out of these 3 games, 2 home games, 1 away, right? Brighton, watched that game yesterday against Palace. They look really poor, man. I don't know what's happened. They've just fallen off. They've lost their cutting edge up front. There's it just they do okay in possession, but didn't really offer anything against Palace. And Palace again are a team that the wheels have fallen off. Really, it wasn't a great game of football, if I'm honest. But so you'd think at home, even with the team we've got, we should be winning that game. Then we've got Leeds at home. Again, it's at home. Like I just. And up until the Brentford Everton games, you'd have thought yes, but we have struggled. And
I worry about Leeds in a minute, mate. They're on a bit of a riding a wave. They look decent. Like,
they look okay, but mate, they'll come and frustrate us. They will park the bus, and we'll have to. That'll be a tough game, no doubt about it. And then Wolves away. But if we can win all those 3 games, mate, it takes us into the start of March, and we've got Chelsea at home and Man United at Old Trafford, right? And that's why these 3 games are crucial, because then if you win those games, you can hopefully beat Chelsea at home. And let's face it, we're getting fuck all at Man United away. We never win at Old Trafford. Like, it's been once in 30 years. I don't care what fucking team we put out. Like, that performance last season proved.
Play the youngsters. Just put them out so no one can get injured.
Yeah, absolutely. Take the defeat and fucking rock on, mate. Because like, what's the point? Like, Emmy will get sent off. We'll score an own goal. I'm
fed up. I've got so many like Man U fans like messaging me just with like little eyes emojis. I'm just like, I go back to him. I just went back to him. I was like, mate, I think neither of us should say anything until the end of the season, so neither of us look like complete fucking idiots.
Yeah, come on, West Ham. Make sure they don't get that 5 in a row.
Yeah, come on, with the hair
grow down to his fucking knees.
I tell you what, West Ham, like, they've been unlucky in recent results, like with the Chelsea game, and then they've done all right. Yeah. They won 2-0 against who's it? They beat
Burnley.
Yeah, beat Burnley. Yeah. I could see it. I could see a draw. Man, the thing, mate, they've spent £500 million in 19 months. Of course, magically, they're suddenly doing okay. They've finally got someone at the helm that actually kind of understands what to do and how to set up a team and play players in their right position. So it's obviously was gonna start to come good for them. I mean, to be honest, I think this is part of there's a point here. We've got these next 3 games. I think these next 3 games really set what a Villa fan's expectation should be for this season.
I
Right
agree.
now, we're still very much in that, could be potentially third, fourth, that kind of area. I think if we don't win, I was going to say if we don't win two of them, I think if we don't win all three, I think it's very much we just need that top five.
Yeah.
And we just need to beat Liverpool to that spot. What is the 8 points off us now?
8 points.
Obviously that craziness last night.
Yeah,
absolute madness. I was very happy. I was very happy.
Let's talk about that, because like it affects us all in football in terms, right? Decisions like that. Now, I'm no Man City fan at all, right? Fucking, I hope they fucking fall off a cliff and go into liquidation and never exist, right? But the goal should have stood. And the reason why it should have stood, mate, like, yes, to the letter of the law, it's the correct decision, right? However, right, so the reasoning behind it is that he's played advantage when Slabberslaw has pulled Haaland back, right? And so, but ultimately, the outcome should have been a goal. The ball's going in anyway. If Slabberslaw doesn't pull him back, Haaland scores. Yes, Haaland then fouls Slabberslaw, but the ball ultimately goes in the back of the net. So the ball was going in the net regardless, right? And so, just let the goal stand. Don't send him off. Don't discipline Haaland. Let the goal stand. 3-1, blow your whistle, game over, right? Yeah. A lot of people have talked about it. Rory talks football going, you can't let common sense get into football because it's so subjective and all that kind of stuff. And so I understand that to a certain degree, right? But in those moments, those decisions there, it doesn't benefit either team there, right? Because obviously Liverpool have still lost the game, but now they've got a player that's going to miss a game, right? And you've got goal difference affecting Man City when it just should have been a goal, because it was going to be a goal. Now, if Slabberslaw had got to the ball and cleared it off the line, or somebody else had cleared it off the line, then yes, you have to go back to the original foul, send him off and give a free kick, right? Frustrating, but that's what it is. But all you've done is you've changed the outcome of what was going to be. And that is not what VAR and football is supposed to be about. Like, it's ridiculous. Even there was one brilliant video. Ben from BM Talks Ball did it afterwards. So after Haaland's lying there on the floor while they're making the VAR decision, a fan jumps the barrier, like hugs him, absolutely fucking buzzing. Steward's fucking steaming, get him off the pitch. You know, it's all fucking good. And then the goal's disallowed and all that's for nothing. He's probably going to get a ban and all. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just ruining the moments of what euphoria football should be.
What I don't understand is, so the rule. So I was listening to Talksport this morning. They had is it Chris Foy? Is that who he is? The came on, and he was saying to the letter of the law, all this bollocks, that basically, what was it? It's denying a goal scoring opportunity. I'm like, if the ball's in the net, the ball's going in the goal. So what goal scoring opportunity have you denied? It's gone in. Honestly, it's like, even to the letter of the law, I'm still kind of sitting there going, like, I'm trying to rack my brain around it. I don't understand.
Mate.
Even with the letter of the law, it doesn't make sense. Denied a goal scoring opportunity, but he scored the goal. But he went in the goal. So he hasn't denied a goal scoring opportunity because the ball's in the net.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is deny the goal for a score opportunity.
We're going to deny the goal. We're going to deny the goal scoring opportunity for a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Honestly, I tell you what, right? I tell you what, if that game is not Man City Liverpool, that decision doesn't happen. It's just these massive games, and it's not some kind of conspiracy or anything. I'm just saying, in these big games, VAR, refs, everyone now, they are so terrified of making a mistake. They're so terrified of getting it wrong. They're fucking it up all over the place. Mate.
Yeah, but they still get it wrong. But answer me this, because I'm not saying there is corruption in the Premier League, but there will be signs, right? And this is one of them. So in the build-up to that moment, right, there is a penalty claim from Liverpool. I didn't see it. They didn't even show a replay. Right?
We need to talk about the Villa penalty claim, by the way.
I'm leading into that, mate. Right. So, obviously that happens, and it's not even checked. And so, in my head, I'm like, well, Liverpool are 6 and aren't going to win the league. Man City winning this game keeps it open at the top. with a Premier League race right between those two teams. If City don't win that game yesterday, I think the league's Arsenal's. I do, right? And as it's not, it's changed it. And so the penalty's not even looked at. It's not even spoken about on Sky. It's not even looked at second fiddle. Bringing it back to our game, right? Now, there's two incidents, right? So there's Emi Buendia in the first half, right? I've looked at that back, and I think that's a penalty because he shoulder barged him, not shoulder to shoulder. It's in his back, and it's not even checked. And then you go switch over to the Wolves game, Chelsea. Yes, it's a blatant push, but it's the same sort of contact penalty. So, what is going on? And then you go the handball that I sent you. Now, initially, when I saw it, I thought, no, that's not handball. It's hit his thigh, and then he's hit his arm. But he literally controls it with his thigh, and as the ball is here, he moves his arm.
Honestly,
he taps it forward to his foot to clear it. How the fuck is that not a penalty? Like, what are we watching? Like, fucking hell, Premier League. Just you're making it. It's like they're like politicians now. We know they're lying. We know they're cheating.
I think it's more frustrating, isn't it? Because there's VAR. Whereas if there wasn't VAR, I kind of sit there and, like you say, in real time.
Okay, he's missed it.
I look at it going, oh, he's missed it. Yeah, okay. In real time, I didn't think it was either. Blah blah blah. But then when you got VAR and all that stuff, it's like, well, this is meant to pinpoint all these errors or these like massive decisions in games, and it's just like, what is?
But mate, they make up excuses because I guarantee, right? This is what I've heard. Oh, it's not. It's in a different phase of play because he's controlled it and then moved his arm, right? Or it's in the same phase of play. So that's
hang on. Different phase of play. Fucking 19 seconds after a fucking goal.
So imagine it, right? No, because the handball can't count if it's the same phase. So they're saying that's the same phase, even though it's not, because you can see from his touch, he's controlled it and the ball is here and he moves his arm. So it's two different. And it's like going back to that goal against Brentford, like that's the same fucking attacking phase of play. APP, fuck you and fuck your rules and fuck your Premier League, right? We've got no chance of finishing fucking in the top 5 with these decisions going on, mate. We haven't been awarded a penalty this year. Not one. Not one penalty. Like,
that's crazy. I didn't even know. Really? Not one.
Let us know in the comments. We probably have been awarded a penalty, but I don't.
That's crazy. That's crazy if we haven't, though. That's actually, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I can't remember us taking one. I can't think. Yeah, no, that's actually insane. If we haven't been awarded a penalty, let us. Yeah, you'll know in the comments. Let us know if there has been one awarded in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, yeah.
August, yeah.
So
anyway, VAR, I can't be asked with it, mate. I just cannot be. And it's not the reason we lost the game. We know that. We weren't.
No, it's not.
Look, sorry, drew the game. I'm saying we're losing the game now. Drew the game.
So you and your internet trolls, you're just listening to them, aren't you? Don't let them get you, James. Don't let them get you.
Wheedling in there. Anyway, on a positive note, I thought Rodgers in the first half was brilliant.
Yeah, he was excellent, mate. He was. Look, he's
a player, man. Honestly, and I know I said on Sky, 150 million. Genuinely, I don't think anyone can argue with that.
Mate, mate, if I was Villa, I'd be slapping a 200 million price tag on him. They were talking on school on Talk Sport this morning. I was listening to the car and I was taking the kids to school, and they were basically saying about they were talking about Cole Palmer, obviously, because he scored a hat trick. Is he going to get back into the England squad?
And because he scored one hat trick.
Yeah, mate, against Wolves, bottom of the team, 2 penalties. Fuck off, right? Fucking having a laugh, ain't you? Right?
Oh God.
And basically, Ali McCoy said. He said, at this present moment in time, I can't see Thomas Tuchel playing anyone but Morgan Rodgers. He's been the most consistent. He's looked unplayable. He scored again on Saturday. He was excellent. And he was probably one of our better players in the second half. But what Bournemouth did really well, they put 2 men on him and nullified him and kept him off the ball because he was our biggest threat. And so I think we have to give some flowers to Bournemouth that second half because I thought they played really, really well, right? And my man of the match was Mark Martinez because he made 3 wonderful saves that probably kept us in the game. So I think for us going forward with Rodgers, like he's going to be the man. We know how good he is. Like, he started the season poorly, right? But he's been consistent and he's put up numbers and he's scored goals. He's been involved in assists. He's a fabulous footballer, mate. And he linked up really well with Sancho. I think there's a chemistry there between them two. I think they actually probably get on off the pitch. And actually, in the games leading up to this, not so much the Brentford game, but because it was backs against the wall. But even then, Rodgers was kind of lively again, trying to do stuff, but they defended well. But against Fenerbahce and Newcastle away, Rodgers was excellent. He's putting in a consistent level of performance, and he's now level on goals with Ollie Watkins, considering he's playing behind him. And so I hope that this guy can just keep that form going, because he could be the difference from us winning something this year and not.
I saw something earlier. I think it was a stat, and it was like basically only 4 players or something since. Yeah, here it is. So players under the age of 24 to score 24 plus goals and provide 20 plus assists in all competitions from Europe's top 5 leagues since the start of last season. So Michael Elise, Bradley Barcola, Lamine Yamal, and Morgan Rodgers. That's absolutely insane. The thing, and what's really going to drive me mad is that he's going to have a good World Cup. If he's played, I think he'll have a good World Cup. I think he's built for all football, international football, knockout football, European football. Well, he's just brilliant. If he plays him on the left, I think he'll be fantastic. If he does play on the left,
I think he's got Thomas Tuchel on side. I think Thomas Tuchel is not afraid to drop players and play informed players. And if you look at those 3 players between Bellingham and Cole Palmer, he's head and shoulders above both of them this season. He just is. Like so.
The thing I was going to say that I'm not looking forward to is just all the fucking speculation. All the speculation. It'll all be there. It'll all be there, and it'll ride on into the season next season. Especially if we don't get Champions League, I'm kind of sitting there going, I'm actually worried. Yeah. If we get Champions League, I'm kind of like, I think he stays at least one more season.
That's the hot take, mate. If we get Champions League and win the Europa League, he ain't going anywhere. It's the same with Unai Emery. Like all the speculation. Like the fact of the matter is, I truly believe this in my soul, that there's a legacy being built. And if we can get Champions League next season and then follow that up with Champions League this following season, mate, this Pandora's box being open, mate, we're coming for everything. I truly believe that with the owners we've got. But we've got to keep those players. So if anything, this summer's business will be adding a striker, a good striker, right? And that would be the one big spend that we could probably do, right? Because we've got to still worry about wages. It may mean Sancho goes back to Man United. It may mean we sell Ollie Watkins. It may mean Emi Martinez leaves and we go again, right? But that will reduce the SCR. We buy a brilliant striker, right? We keep Morgan Rodgers, and then we can hopefully maybe give him a bit of a pay increase and say, look, if we get it next year, then your contract will be increased, and we can start splashing the cash a little bit, because we'll have everything balanced. All the SCR PSR nonsense will be more or less gone. It's that squad cost ratio, isn't it? It's not the PSR.
It'll be better. It'll be better.
It'll be better. But
it's because it's twofold for us, isn't it? It's one, our income isn't there. It isn't high enough, and that's why we need the Champions League. We need sustained income like that, and the commercial growth is happening. And obviously, we'll have the
expansion's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll have all that going as well. So it will all be there. But it's also those outgoings are so high. So things like we said, Emi Martinez, Luca Dean. Dean's on a very high salary as well. And then, like we said, we've got aging players like Ollie Watkins. Dare I say it, not this summer, but maybe the summer after. John McGinn, he'll be 33, I think, that year. And so these aging players, Mings, and Mings has taken a pay cut and stuff. I think Dean took a pay cut, if I remember rightly, as well. So I think this summer, I mean, we're jumping quite far ahead here, but like if we do get Champions League this summer, I think there will be a little bit of a changing of the guard, not wholesale.
No, it can't be.
But I think the following summer, if we get it again, I think there will be.
It's a massive ask, mate. But like we've got really good young players. Like if you look at that midfield,
Yeah,
like Tielemans only 28, you've got Kamara's 24, you've got Onana's 24, you've got or 23, whatever. You've got Rodgers who's 23. Like these are
even Bogard, like,
and you've got so many options that can get us through. It's just filling that. Probably another centre half, probably a right back and left back if you get rid of Digne. You know, and a goalkeeper. But I'd be happy with Bizot as a number one and get like another.
I agree. I actually agree on that. Yeah, I'd like Bizot as number one and bring in like a 24, 25-year-old understudy.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I don't want Emi Martinez to leave, but I just think with the speculation of what happened in the summer, the fact that he's earning 150k a week, I think he wants out anyway. By the looks of things, like, you know,
I don't think Unai appreciated what happened at all. I think he's very much probably like, yeah, okay, do what you can this summer, try and win something with us, and then I think he will let him go.
It's a win-win. Like for Martinez this year, if we do win the Europa League, it'll definitely go, because I think he'll be like, I've won a trophy. I'm going to, and that's what he's always said he wanted to do with Villa. So I think obviously I'd be gutted because he's been one of my favourite Villa players, but this season he's not been himself. He's not been his usual shit house himself. The personality seems to have drained from him. We had a little moment at Christmas because he forgot where he was, I think, where he danced in front of the hole. But other than that, in every game, he's just been deadpan. And don't get me wrong, he's put in performances. And but we know that is a big personality. That if he's happy,
he doesn't look comfortable, does he? Doesn't look comfortable. And I was saying to Sam, I said, so I don't know about you. The thing at the moment with Emi, obviously, yes, had a very good, made some brilliant saves. But I tell you what, mate, in the air this season, what's going on with him?
Yeah,
there was even that chant where he had a challenge on him and he went down. And I was literally going there going, that's not a foul. I don't understand what's going on. He's just really weak in the air.
He's made 3 or 4 really poor.
And if you haven't got a Nana or you haven't got Mings or someone around, we need him to be strong and to come out and play him. He's not doing it. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's part of one of the reasons why I like him so much, because he does do that. But like you say, he's had 3 or 4 incidents this season where he's just been not weak, not strong enough. Yeah. But look, he's a quality keeper. He's going to go to the World Cup and have probably a fantastic World Cup with Argentina, and there will be speculation about that. I expect him to go. I don't expect Morgan Rodgers to leave if we get Champions League. I think he's happy at the Villa. I think wherever he's going to go, he's not going to get the same sort of tutelage as what Unai Emery's done. And to develop his game, I think he will stay with us probably for a couple more seasons while Emery's around. So let's watch this space. That's my thoughts anyway. We'll obviously know a bit more details in the summer.
We'll have to see how that goes. But back to the league, obviously we've got Manchester United trying to chase us down, 2 points behind us. Like
three. I'm kind of giving them points. They're 3 points behind us.
Sorry, 3 points behind. You know what, mate? Like, if I'm honest, I'm kind of like sitting there going, can you just overtake us so you can just fucking fuck off and just leave us be, so I can just crack on and concentrate on getting top 5. Like just fuck off, man. You just go do your thing. Do we want have a little like kind of like resurgence, and then you'll probably get rid of Michael Carrick because you're fucking idiots, and then you'll get another Muppet in, and it'll all fall apart.
So it'll all fall apart, mate. Yeah, so they've had a resurgence. You know, they and I mean, I still don't think they've beaten. I think the best game was probably against Arsenal, right? That they at the Emirates, and the Man City game. Those 2 fixtures were very good, but you know they've still got weaknesses, mate. And I just wish we were playing them at Villa Park again, because it's only the Old Trafford curse that puts me behind it. But I still think that they won't. They'll lose games between now and the end of the season. It's not going to be all playing for them, mate. I've got a Man United fan at Avers Football who's fucking telling me they're going to win the league, and I'm like, mate.
Oh, mate, someone at work's been saying that. Someone's put a bet on, and I was like, mate, you might as well just burn that money. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with these fans?
They win 4 games and you're going to win the league. Fuck off, you absolute fans.
They're going to win the league. We're apparently not going to. We're going to finish 8th. Like, just to break it down. So anyone who's watching here and they're talking about like finishing 8th, right? So we are. So what? We're 25 games into the season. There's 38.
Yeah, 13 to go.
Yeah, so it's 13 to go. If we win, and obviously this is a big if, because our form isn't that great. If we can win these very winnable games, actually, let's say we get 7 points from the 3, right?
Yeah.
So we've dropped 2 points. We are then 6 points still clear of Liverpool if Liverpool win all 3, which, by the way, is unlikely, right? Then at that point, we've got 10 games to go. And we're saying that Liverpool are going to win. What's the goal difference? Liverpool are going to win. Oh, our goal difference is also better than theirs. So Liverpool are going to win 2 more games than we are and gain 4 or 5 goals difference as well within those 10 games. I just don't see it.
No.
I just don't see it. Like, it's possible. Of course it is.
Of course it's possible. But it's also unlikely.
But also, we've got players coming back. Give us another 4 weeks and we've got them coming back.
This is it, mate. Like, so if we get to the end of March, right, if we can get through this next run of 5 fixtures, right, then we're going to have John and Tillemans coming back.
And the key is, I said to Sam, it's not about playing not to lose, but against Chelsea and Man U, do not lose those games. That's the key. If you can get through those 2 games and not lose them, then you're golden. Like, I think we're absolutely fine. I think I've lost Gaz. Either that, or he's very, very bored with what I'm saying. Yeah, I think he's gone again. He's having issues with his internet recently. I will say, though, it's just I don't understand this massive meltdown. I think if we beat Brighton on Wednesday, everything's going to be suddenly hunky-dory and everyone's going to be happy. And then we've got Leeds the following week after the FA Cup. And again, if we get a result there, whether that's a draw or a win, and then Wolves, you gotta back us to beat Wolves, ain't you? Even though there is the derby, feel, you've got to back us. I'm sure Gary will be back in a sec. He's probably had a phone call, or his internet's gone, or something like that. Wrong button. Sorry, that one. So I mean, I'm kind of sitting here going, yes, okay, we haven't been fantastic these last few games, but we had a 5-game winless streak at the start of the season where we couldn't score a goal, and then we go on a winning streak of 11 games. So, for me, I'm kind of sitting there going, well, Emery's going to sort this out. Dougie Luiz, Onana, they will start clicking. Bailey, I don't know about Bailey. Maybe Tammy will get some minutes and he'll start chipping with some goals. I think the key is the important goals. It's how important those goals are. So if he starts chipping in with winners, then that's a massive difference, because that's what Ollie isn't doing at the minute. He's not winning games for us. He's contributing. Gary, there you are, mate. All right.
Yeah, mate. We just had a power cut.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, there he goes.
There we go.
I was just saying, I just don't see us falling off that heavy. We obviously had the 5-game no-goal winless streak at the start of the season, and then we went on an 11-game winning run.
Yeah,
Emery will make it work. The players will get better, and we will have players coming back. Dougie and Onana will get better. And I was just saying, what I'm quite interested in is with, obviously, Ollie. Ollie's struggling, and even if Tammy doesn't score many goals, I think it's more about what those goals mean. So if Tammy's coming on, or he's playing and it's only like a 1-0 or a 2-1, and he's scoring the winner, which is what Ollie isn't doing.
Yeah.
If he's scoring the winner, I don't care if he only scores 4 goals. That's 4 wins. That keeps us up there.
But mate, I said to you in the last show, didn't I? Surely the best possible outcome is to play Ollie for 60, 70 minutes, right? Because he does offer something for the team in terms of the dynamic of our squad.
It stretches their
defenses. And tire them out, and then bring Tammy on. It didn't make sense to me on Saturday to bring him on for 5 minutes. Like, it's never going to have an impact. No sub-ups made. Occasionally it comes on, but it's very rarely that happens, because, in a game that's tight like that, where we got our backs against the wall, you're just playing like for like. So it's not as if, we're dominating the game, we look like we're going to score. It's actually, we're trying to defend for our lives here. And so Tammy's left up front on his own, isolated, and with 5 minutes to do what? Nothing. So I just, I love Unai Emery, but sometimes his decisions do baffle me in terms of substitutions and selection. Like, I just don't agree with Digne starting ever. Against particularly pacey wingers. Like, you've got to go with Matson. Matson's been brilliant this year. And that would have made sense to me. And then taking off Sancho, whether you're saving him for Wednesday or not,
I can only, I was gonna say I can only think it's minutes. Like, and also, you know, we've got to be careful. Like we've had these really bad injuries or these important injuries at this time of this season. We don't want another one. We don't want Maatsen getting injured. Oh my god! Imagine if Maatsen got injured. Honestly,
yeah, no, I get it.
If I'm honest, Newcastle. I don't like playing Newcastle. Players always get injured. Fuck off that game again on the FA Cup. Don't, but like, do not risk a single soul in that game. That would be bonkers.
This was going to be my next question before I got cut off. Was that, you know, FA Cup on Saturday? Do we go strong or do we rest players? Because I mean, I personally, I think the league and the Europa League is one we can't start. I would play.
Well, we it's interesting, right? Because we rotated against Salzburg, and even when I looked at that, I was like, it's still a strong team.
Yeah.
Because I think our squad, even though we've got those 3 injuries, I think our squad is, you know, it is all right. Like it's still decent. Our bench against at the weekend against Bournemouth actually looks way stronger than it has been. And so I think he can rotate and rest some players and not rest them. Just don't let them get injured. Basically, give them less chance of getting injured. That's my biggest thing. It will be a physical game. It's Newcastle. We had what happened with Kamara. You know, it's just like don't want all this stuff to happen. Oh, sorry, Tielemans. Don't want all this stuff to happen. The one last thing, just to wrap it up now. Obviously, we will be back for a preview for Brighton. We'll try and be doing that tomorrow. I'm going to try and get a fan on. We're struggling at the moment to try and find someone. I do have someone at work who might be able to join. I'll just see if he's available. Okay. But yeah, we're going to try and get someone on for the Brighton preview. If not, it'll be me and Gary. And then obviously we will be online as well. We're both going to that game. So Gary, I'm going to come over early. We can do our live drive. Mate,
we could do it live on. I'm going to go. Hopefully, if we can do it both, I'll do live on TikTok for the journey. So if we can do it 2 ways, go live on YouTube and I'll have it live on TikTok, kind of on TikTok, so we can just get the whole thing documented. Because since I was told not to film, I think they've turned off the fucking internet, mate. Because I used to get brilliant Wi-Fi on EE up until that point, and now for the last 2 games, when I've tried to go live, I've not been able to get any reception, and that's really annoying. Because I think people like the reaction live, you know, and that's, you know, a bit annoying. But there are also this clampdown of taking recording equipment in. I've been all right because I take my phone, you know, and I've got a
phone. Yeah, like what do you mean taking recording equipment?
Mate, there's a thing.
Phone is like the greatest, like the best piece of recording equipment to go.
Exactly, but what they mean is like additional cameras. So when you've got like the Osmo stuff, and they're trying to ban them, but at the same time, we know what the staff are like at Villa Park, right? So I've walked in. A lot of them were saying like battery packs aren't allowed, but I take battery packs. Like,
can I pad you down?
Yeah,
can I pad you down? Like, honestly, they're not Scooby. The amount of stuff I have in my pockets, and they're like, "What's that?" I was like, "Keys." Like keys. Yeah. No, I've got all sorts of them. I've got razor blades. Like, it's ridiculous. Honestly, I don't understand. But yes, no. So we'll be doing some live content. We'll do some stuff, and then obviously we'll do the post match. It'll probably be on Thursday. I don't think I'll be in any kind of fit state to do it straight after the game. But yes, hopefully, fingers crossed for a win. But obviously, we'll bring the preview tomorrow to give us our thoughts on that. Gary, we're going to wrap it up now. So do you want to give us your final thoughts and then sing us out, mate? I had to sing us out with Sam, by the way. That was interesting. That was fun. Yeah, that was fun.
You've got a better voice than me, mate. Like, you should have done it together in harmonies. You've got to practice for this World Cup song, right?
Yeah, we need to get on that, actually.
We need to do it. And so my final thoughts to this. Look, frustrating result on Saturday overall. Considering we started the game so well, I didn't quite lose my head like the rest of the Villa fan base, or at least the internet trolls that were crying their eyes out that the season's over. I'm still stand by my criticism of Ollie Watkins. I think he was a very poor performance from him. We need better going forward. It's time to either use Tammy and utilise Ollie, as we just spoke about. You know, either way, one of them plays for 60, 70 minutes. The other one comes on and then tries to, you know, finish teams off. That's what's got to happen. So I really would like to see going forward a balance of their minutes if they're not going to play together, right? So, but it's not over. 3 massive games coming up now. If we win these games, it is absolutely 10 games to go. If we're still in the top 4, I expect us to finish in the top 4. Do you know what I mean? And that's regardless of what Man United, Chelsea are doing. I think people can write us off as they have done all season, but I trust in Unai Emery and I trust in this team, especially with players coming back as well. So let's see what happens. I'm for it. Right, we'll see you all on Wednesday at Villa Park, and until the next one, which would be the Brighton preview. Every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue. The camera's moving.
Yeah, no, he was doing some weird stuff. I was like, I thought he was going to fall over.
No, it's because it's motion sensor. I put my hand up, didn't I? Once you put your hand up, it triggers the motion sensor. So there you go.
All right. Cheers,
right.
everyone.
Peace, people. Bye, 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 bye.